My name is Amy, and I will be your MC today. Welcome to the Miraculous, Ladybug, and Cat Noir panel. Fabulous. I'm excited. And without further ado, could you two please tell me a little bit more about yourselves and a little bit more about the show?
Sure.
Yeah, we can.
My lady first.
Hi.
This is gonna happen a lot, guys. So it's gonna be a lot of cat puns and dad jokes from my side.
I'm Cristina Vee. My real name is Valenzuela. I don't know why I said that. I live alone with my dog. Let me start over. To make sure you want to hear. Okay. Hi, I'm Cristina Vee. I'm the voice of Ladybug and Miraculous.
Yay!
That's it.
And I am Bryce Papenbrook. I play Cat Noir in Miraculous. And I think, during this panel, when we chat with you guys, we can talk about Miraculous as much as you want, or anything else.
Anything else.
Anything, yeah. The more random, the better, I say.
Yeah. Anybody got any, trauma they want to talk about? Hands go straight up.
All right, so if it's all right with you, because you are done talking about a little bit about yourselves in the show, we can start opening up to some questions. That's all right.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh God, there's so many of you. Well, you raised your hand first. I saw you first. My eyes went straight to you, so you are our first questioner.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Oh, hi. How is it like doing voice acting in anime and anime influence Western anime or animation?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a unique skill because when we're working on anime or shows like Miraculous, we're not in the booth with other actors. We're in there by ourselves. And what you do is you watch the screen and you talk as your characters are talking and you try not to make it look like Godzilla. Miraculous is kind of interesting because they use this thing called a rhythmoband, which is like at the bottom of the screen, everyone's lines are just like floating across the screen this way, and there's a red bar, and you're supposed to talk as the lines cross the red bar. It's like dubbing karaoke.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's interesting. I still ask for a paper script every single time. Yeah, I still have not got, I'm not fully comfortable with that rhythmoband.
Oh.
I use it sometimes, but I work off a script too. But yeah, it's challenging because you have to, perform in that timing, but it's really, really fun when you do it quite a bit and you don't even think about the timing. Like, you just become the character very quickly.
You are the correct.
A lot of fun, yeah. It's really, really fun. Hold on, before we take the next question, I see Brian in the house. Brian, do you want to come up and say hi to everybody real fast? Yeah, Brian! Action live. Here, I'll just throw you the mic. Here, you can take mine.
There you are. Okay. Probably hit me in the head. Hello, everybody. So I brought some prizes that you guys might want to give out.
Ooh.
Comes with gifts.
We have comic books at booth 549 and a lot of these little knickknacks here. I'm one of the writers for these.
What? Can you write one?
Card games. So please stop down and say hello.
I have an idea for a book.
Pens, yes, which are exclusive. And then, thanks to Ladybug and Cat Noir, when you leave, we have a little gift for you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
What was your booth one more time?
549.
549 to grab. These comics are really, really awesome. If you haven't seen them before, definitely check them out.
So, I'll let you guys.
Right. I got a comic book, and it's about me. just that.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you. Wow.
Swag.
I've never seen this before. It's Rita Rouge, and it's a keychain.
Ooh,
Cute.
Now we have to figure out how we're going to give these away.
best question.
To come up with some kind of game or something. I'm really bad at that. I'll leave that to you. I wouldn't know what to do. I'll just talk into the microphone. All right, so next question. There's so many of you. We'll just do you.
What's your dog's name?
Your dog is really cute.
Okay. So every time, I've had her for 8 years, and every time I've wanted a new dog, I've just given her another middle name. So her name, as it stands right now, is Gallifrey, Happiness, Pleiades, Hamshank, and Barkin.
That is quite the name. That's
But I just call her Frey. She's adorable. I love her so much.
And I have 2 dogs.
Oh.
I have Maltese poodles. The first one we got was Minnie.
What they called Malpoo?
Maltipoos.
Maltese.
Yes, delicious. So the first one we got was a little dog. We called her Minnie, and then we got a smaller dog, and her name is Micro.
Oh, that's adorable. All right, let's see. More questions. Let's see. Let me go to the back, because I did 2 people in front. I'm going to go to the back, so I can show you that you are not forgotten. I can see you. Okay, over here.
There is a cat. Sorry. Hi. You look really cool.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
So I'm up to date with Miraculous Ladybug. No spoilers for people who aren't up to date.
Good call.
But what can we expect for the heroes to overcome? Like other challenges, like internally, like will Cat Noir finally get over his cat puns?
No.
Yeah, so any challenges internally that they will have
Oh
to
yes. There is some struggle. There is some big challenge. I can't tell you what it is.
Also,
Super
they don't
secret.
tell us a ton about what's going to happen because they know we're voice actors and we talk for a living and we probably say the wrong thing. So, at least for me, they just don't tell me anything.
I was informed.
You know more than I do, I think.
I was informed that like voice actors don't really know exactly what's going on. They're just like given a script and like here, do your thing, and it's like oh, okay, yay.
Yeah, it all depends on the show. Sometimes, like, if you're working on episode 50 of a show and you're just guy B, like, they're not going to tell you everything that's happened leading up to your little arc in the show. So you just trust your director and go with the script and live in that moment and do the best you can.
It's kind of scary. Props to you. All right, next question.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
Silly question, but are there any akumatized villains that you want to just hang out with?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Eve Illustrator can like draw us cool stuff to play with.
That's what I was going to say too.
Yeah.
Illustrator, yeah.
Who else
That
do
would
we
be
got?
fun.
Manon?
What,
Oh, how about the one that creates cartoons and they come to life?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's kind of like Eve Illustrator.
What's the video game villain's name?
Gamer?
Gamer 2.0.
Oh, yeah.
That would be fun, just to like live inside the game and be able to become any character and play as that character. It'd be super fun.
All right, next question. I'm gonna pick a ladybug. You look really cute.
Out of all the roles you've had, which one was your favorite and which one did you like the least?
All the roles? Whoa. All roles ever, or just all roles ever?
I don't know which one I like the least, but
Yeah. I think for me, it's really hard to pick favorites. Like, you become attached to all your characters. They kind of become like your kids. And for me, my kids that live inside my head are insane and yelling a lot, and I really don't want to make them mad.
I will say like the most I've ever laughed in the booth is a Hawk from Seven Deadly Sins.
I had no idea that you were Hawk, and
Oh,
so
yeah?
when I read like your IMDb and stuff like that, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so amazing. That's really cool.
Thanks.
That's so cute. All right, next question. I'm gonna pick some from this side now. Let's see. Well, I did a ladybug, so I will do a cat. I'm coming for you. I see you.
First of all, I just want to say that I'm such a huge fan of the show. Like, I watch it as much as I can. And I love you guys.
Thanks.
And
Thanks for watching.
I actually made you 2 presents.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Whoa, I'm glad we picked you.
Okay, yeah, after the panel, you can come up and give it to them. No problem.
Thank you.
Alright,
Thank you.
And over here,
Who else has presents?
Hello.
Hi.
I'm a big fan of Johnny Bee on YouTube.
Oh, yay!
What was it like revisiting Bad Apple after so many years?
So some context, about 10 years ago now, I released an English version of Bad Apple, unofficially. And since then, it became really popular, like all of the other, a lot of YouTubers took my lyrics without asking me and performed them. And it just became a really popular song, and I was reached out to by a metal musician named Richard, and we released it, and I think it's at, 6 million views? Give or take? Views don't matter.
That's a lot of views. Props. That's a lot of views.
Yeah, it was really cool, and we're working on a metal video game album, so please look forward to that. Thanks.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Metal video game album.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
It's like what was that video game that came out a couple years ago by Jack Black? Brutal Legend. That game was really awesome. It was all like old school metal music.
Oh, that's cool.
What's your favorite part of being Ladybug?
Oh, okay. If I'm honest, my favorite part is meeting you guys. Like seriously, it means so much to hear, where I feel like we don't have a lot of outside contact with people when we're, recording, but to see you guys and to see you dressed up and to meet you all it's an honor.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Agreed.
And over here, stuff in your bag.
Thank you.
Oh.
I was just wondering, is there ever a day where it's like, man, I'm having such like a Marinette moment or an Adrien moment, and it's just like, this is not my life, but it is my life.
I lost my cell phone. It's still lost.
I see girls tripping all the time while looking at me. It's just every day that happens.
You've had your hand up like a trooper this whole time.
The whole time?
The whole time.
Wow.
Hi, I'm really happy that both of you are here. I met Bryce back in 2017. I'm super happy to meet you again, Ned.
Yeah, good to be here.
Super delighted to meet you as well, Cristina.
Thank you.
What is it like knowing that Miraculous has such a worldwide, it's become such a worldwide phenomenon for a show that's produced mainly in France and then dubbed into English? What's that like?
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
We never would have guessed that the show would become what it has. There's really no way to know. When I first saw it, I was like, okay, this is cool. It kind of reminds me of Sailor Moon. It has that nostalgia factor where they transform every episode and someone from the town is turned into the bad guy, and that's really cool. The design is awesome. And it felt good working on a show that my daughter could watch. I have a 3-year-old, so her friends are just starting to like the show, and they're all excited because they're like, your dad's Adrien. And she's like, my dad's Bryce. So it's really fun. But I never would have guessed that the show would have taken off the way it has, and it's incredible.
When I first saw it, I thought, this is it. This is the next Sailor Moon. And I wanted to be Marinette so bad. Oh my gosh, we had to go through 2 callbacks or something, right?
I auditioned for the show 3 times.
3 times. And each callback was I'm so close. Okay, and then you call me back again. Okay. Yeah,
That's amazing.
I'm really glad. I'm really glad I got the part, guys.
What were your favorite scenes to voice in for your respective characters?
So we're still recording the show, by the way. I can't tell you what we've recorded, but I can tell you I had one of my favorite moments in all of the seasons just a couple days ago. I don't know how much I can say.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't
You
know.
can say it.
I'll just say, there's something very random that happens in the show because we record out of order. So we don't record episode 1, 2, 3, 4, and then forward. It's like we get an episode from the beginning, and then from the middle, and then from the end, and it's just totally random. So sometimes not everything makes sense. I'm sure whatever happens in this episode makes a lot of sense, but it doesn't make any sense to me, and I love it so much. I'll just say, you'll know when you see it.
For me, I really like talking to Luca. It like heals my. I'm sorry. He heals my soul.
I ship it.
I'm accepting that the ship is out there in the world.
Yeah.
I still ship the whole square.
Hi. We should get him with us.
I know, that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Oh. I wanted to ask, what's your favorite emotional state to be voicing for each of your characters? Do you like, voicing bold Marinette, or oh my god Marinette? Or do you like voicing, nice Adrien, or like really snarky Adrien, Cat Noir stuff?
The hardest to record is whenever she freaks out. It's really hard to follow the band, the rhythm of band. But my favorite, I think, is when she transforms to Ladybug. Like, I love being Ladybug.
I really like the cat puns. Just so you guys know, most of the cat puns are not on the rhythm of band. Somebody sneaks them into the show somehow. And some of them make it into the show somehow.
I still love, we tried to do that Instagram thing last weekend. Was that last weekend? Oh my gosh.
Oh, yes. It
So
was
I was like, I'm going to post this picture and it's going to have a pun and it was supposed to be Bryce is here to help me out.
Help me out?
But like, I was in a hurry, so it just says, Bryce is hear me out. I'm just going to leave it. Whatever. Nobody said anything in the comments.
It was great. It was great.
Hi.
Hey.
I was just wondering if the writers just came out and said, we're going to bring in new Miraculouses from other cultures, say First Nations, maybe African, what would you picture?
Ooh. Could be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like there's a wide diversity of people who get miraculous.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the cast is already pretty expansive, but I guess the world could get even bigger.
Yep.
As Brian shows off, that actually happened.
What is that?
I don't think they.
He knows more than we do.
I know, yes.
He's secretly a screenwriter.
Can we put up a
Show us.
This is all of it.
It's not something to spoil us.
It's not a spoiler. It has Pixie Girl and the girl with the long ponytail and the girl with the hat. You guys know that? Like,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Maybe there is a way to put it up on the screen. I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
But it's cool. There's a lot of characters.
There's a lot of characters, guys.
A lot that I didn't recognize.
And this is not all.
That is awesome.
Oh my gosh!
Buy the comic.
All right, we have another question back here.
Hi guys, if a young adult wanted to get into voice acting, what ideas, what could you give them, any knowledge?
I think, you have to start practicing right away. Also, it's a lot of reading, really, and I think some people don't realize that. So before you make the leap, to move out to where the work is or anything like that, take a class and make sure you really like it. Some people find that, this is not what I expected, because it is difficult work. But if you are, set and determined, you have to start, take singing lessons, see a dialect coach to see if you have any regionalisms that you gotta work out. And if you can, like when work was slow for me when I was first starting out, I used to go read to the blind, recording like newspapers and stuff like that. And not only was that like fulfilling, but it helped me a lot with my cold reading. So yeah, keep at it.
There's not one way to get into the industry, which is sort of part of the challenge, but something also very exciting because you kind of create your own path. What I always tell people is, as you're trying and as you're starting to audition, know that if you book 1 out of 100 auditions, you're doing extremely well. It's super competitive, but if it's something you really, really want to do and you have your heart set on it, that one yes is worth all the hard work.
Yeah.
All right, next question over here.
You have been chosen.
So I'm a big fan too, and I've been watching for a while, and I also have a present for you guys. I'm dressed up as Julika from the show.
That's awesome, love the cosplay.
Thank you. And I have so many toys and 4 stuffies of you guys. Right there. And I just wanted to say, like, for my question, was if you guys, like, when you guys go into voice acting, what started you guys off in voice acting?
For me, it was, I grew up when all those animated Disney movies were first coming out in the 90s. So it's a combination of that and just loving it, and discovering Sailor Moon was a dub. Like, it didn't hit me until I was like 12 that, you know, this is somebody's job, was to be the voice of Sailor Moon. And since then, I just, I worked really hard and I got really lucky. And so I guess, you know, Disney and Sailor Moon got me into voice acting.
I grew up in a family of actors. My dad, he was working on a show called Power Rangers. And he used to play, he had the exact opposite voice of me. Like, his voice was deep, he played a bunch of monsters. And my voice hasn't changed since middle school.
Oh, that's cute.
So I was about 8 years old. I used to love to go to work with him. It was awesome to watch him in the booth. And they needed a kid's voice at the end of his session, and he was like, "Here's a kid, throw him in the booth!" And I became a voice actor. Yay!
What a great story.
What?
Do you ever get to use that voice?
Like, here's a kid, like that?
Yeah, that one.
My impression of my dad?
Yes.
Okay, I don't think I can say what the show is because I'm not sure it came out. But, so my dad passed away about 13 years ago. And I feel so fortunate that I'm able to carry on the torch.
Yeah.
It's awesome that I can do this. And I was actually cast as a character that he played. And it was such an amazing experience to be able to do that. And I literally did, like, it was his character younger. And it was like I was just doing an impression of my dad. And it was really, really a special moment. I don't know if the show is out, though.
Here, so you can't say what character it was. No! Here we go again with their secrets.
Oh, it's definitely not out, guys.
You're gonna have to tweet about it, so let us all know, like, once it's out. And be
Yeah.
like, this is the thing I talked about at Fan Expo.
When it hits, I'll definitely let you guys know. But yeah, it was a really special moment to be able to do that. So yeah, can't wait for you guys to see it. I hope it sounds like it.
That sounds amazing. I'm gonna cry.
Hello. So big fan of the show.
Thank you.
I was gonna ask if you could have, like, besides the Miraculous that you have, like, you could be creative, create your own,
Yes.
your own, like, mommy and everything. What would it be, and what would your name be? And you're allowed to come up with a pun.
Oh, I think we had a similar question.
We did, yeah.
And I decided, like, I would just be a meme queen. And so, oh yeah, I would have a frog Miraculous, and I would have a little unicycle. And then everyone had to say, "Here come that boy." That would be my full name.
Yeah, I would like to have a poodle Miraculous, like one of my dogs, just like floating around. And I think my power would be to turn dad jokes into real things.
Wow.
Yes.
a truly terrifying power.
Everyone would just go by, like see my akumatized version or my miraculous version, just go.
Oh man, I had some great dad jokes. We went to the aquarium yesterday, and I had a book. I bought a book there, and it had like a bunch of sea jokes.
Oh my gosh!
I can't remember any of them.
Oh, fail.
What?
Okay, we have our next question here.
The next time you see me, just walk by and give me a dad joke.
Got it.
Just throw it out there. You guys are all welcome to do that, by the way. If you come up to my table with a dad joke, I'll be very happy.
But all the bad jokes are gone.
Hello.
Hi.
In memory of the late Rutger Hauer, the voice of Master Xehanort from the Kingdom Hearts 3, I would like you to, could Cat Noir and Ladybug do a little thing from Kingdom Hearts?
Are you familiar with Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, are you familiar with Kingdom Hearts?
Is anybody?
Yeah. Sorry.
But I believe he has a script.
Yeah, he has a script written out. Like, I'm happy to.
Yeah, let's do it.
I can just. Okay. Wow.
I apologize in advance for any chicken scratches.
Have fun pronouncing all the names.
I know, you have to be the director also. I had some time to prep. He came up and showed me the script ahead of time, so I have a picture of it. I totally cheated.
And he didn't even tell you about it.
Preparing ahead, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Do you need me to come up and...
So tell us how to say the names right, so we don't mess up. Like, this is what we do in the booth. We're like, how do you say that word? And then the director has to tell us how to say the word.
This?
What am I talking about?
All right, I know how to pronounce these. Xehanort, Axel, Riku, Kairi, Sword, Don't.
Xehanort? Yes. Axel, Riku, Kairi. Good.
All right. Xehanort, your darkness will no longer threaten the people of Paris.
Your evil ends here and now, Master Xehanort. Axel, Riku, Kairi, you with us?
Sora, Donald, Goofy, we'll fight together. All right.
May our hearts be our guiding key.
I hope somebody recorded that shit. That was pretty great. That was legit.
That was awesome.
That was amazing.
So much! Oh my god!
That's awesome. I love Kingdom Hearts too, so I fangirl just a little bit. I'm not gonna show it though, but I fangirl.
Hello. Hi.
If you could, like, what is your favorite villain that they've animated?
My favorite villain.
Favorite villain, yeah.
Favorite villain.
There's so many good ones to choose from.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of one.
Yeah, it's hard when you think of like every single episode we've recorded because we've recorded quite a few now.
Yeah.
What's your favorite villain?
Oh, no, wait, have to go back in.
Sorry, make you run back. Do you have a favorite?
My favorite villain is Lady Wi-Fi.
Oh, I was thinking about that one. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
There's a moment where Cat Noir is turned a bit evil, where he's about to say, "Ladybug, I loathe you."
Really?
So, is he? Can I pick myself?
What about the one where like your lips get all black?
That's the one.
That's the one? Okay.
There's also a moment where he's like a nightmare version of himself, and he's like, It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, I recorded that scene, I'm like, what have I done?
Nightmare fuel.
It is. I
know. Over here.
Hi, so this is for Cristina. I love your voice in Shantae, actually.
Thank you.
What's it like voicing her and like singing her songs?
Oh, okay, so Shantae is a video game series. I think, well, I was very lucky and happy when they chose me to be her, because I love her. I'm part Middle Eastern, so if I could play any of my, it's just an honor. Singing the songs. So I actually wrote the lyrics to the latest song, and let me tell you, seeing it hit 1 million views on Twitter alone in 2 days was incredible. It's just so cool, because this was a little indie game, and the creators just kept working on it, and then suddenly it's big. So I'm really glad to be part of that. Thank you.
Okay, next question over here.
Hi, I actually wrote one question because I thought I was going to forget it.
Awesome.
What is your opinion about Ladybug's secret identity? Do you think that she should share it with Cat Noir or keep it a secret?
What is it? Tell me. No, don't tell me so they can keep making the show.
Should she share it? No. If he can't figure it out.
It's probably going to take them a very long time to figure it out.
It's just so hard with that mask.
Who could that be?
Okay, let's see. Another ladybug. Okay.
Lady. Oh! Hi.
Hey, Bugaboo.
So out of all the Miraculous that have been shown in the show so far, besides your own, which one would you guys rather have to choose to be superhero?
A dragon Miraculous.
And what would your name be?
S. I want to be the dragon Miraculous. They're so cool. How about you?
Tiki.
You want Tiki?
Earrings.
Whoa. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How would that work if you gave it to a guy? Like, are they just gonna have to pierce their ears?
Yeah, quickly pierce their ears.
Quickly pierce their ears. Okay, that's fine.
Next question.
Hello. So I just wanted to ask, because to me I find Miraculous is very special, and I play one character that has two very different identities. Like Marinette can be very timid, very shy, and kind of flustered. And then as Ladybug, she's very confident. Everyone trusts her. She's a girl with a plan.
Yeah.
And Adrien can also be kind of shy and gullible, and like kind of also timid in a way. But I just realized I wasn't talking to the mic. And then, but when he's Cat Noir, he throws all those puns, and he's very flirtatious. And even like Ladybug's like, how can you be like so nonchalant about that? So how is that like playing the same character that has such two different distinct personalities?
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's
it
fun.
really is.
Did they really, like when you're auditioning, did they really push you to make sure it was different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played the characters very different.
Yeah.
I think it's an important part of it because, I mean, it helps sell the fact that they can't figure it out. Because if they were exactly the same, you'd just be like, come on. Even though now you're just like, come on.
But it's magic, right? The masks are magic, and
Yeah.
it makes you not recognize them.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
Right?
Now it makes sense.
Makes sense.
Next question over here.
Hello. Hi. Hi. So this is mostly for Bryce, but you can answer it too. It doesn't really matter. Out of all the anime protagonists that you voiced, which one's your favorite?
I mean, why do you want to make my children murder me from the inside? I've been really fortunate to play the roles that I've been able to play. And I've been a fan of a lot of the shows that I've been a part of. Attack on Titan was the first time I auditioned for Funimation. Literally my first audition. And when I got the call from the director, Mike McFarland, about a week and a half after I sent that audition in, and he said, would you like to come out to Texas and play Eren? I had to like hold in my fanboy. I was just like, I played it very cool. I'm like, yeah, sounds great. Looking forward to working with you, Mike. Click. Yes! Oh my God, this is so cool! So I feel that every time I get cast as one of these roles. Like, I literally play the opening songs of the anime on repeat, just over and over and over. Like, it just like hypes me up so much.
Get that hype. It's a pretty hype song, like it really is. It's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, I want to watch this thing now.
Now I'm just going,
Yeah, I've listened to it about 1,000 times, and that's the only lyric I know.
Okay, next question over here.
When you guys watch the show air and everything, do you guys ever, when watching it, think of the bloopers or things that have gone wrong when you're watching it?
Which
Like, I should have done that. That happened, oh my god. Like, just all of a sudden it pops into your head. And which one of them is your favorite blooper so far?
So Miraculous specifically, or any show we've worked on?
Miraculous specifically.
Okay.
oh man. Mine aren't suitable for children.
There's one thing that I started doing for Cat Noir, and I think they just put it in the show, like they let it go through. So he takes his staff and he spins it around and he just like floats away. He does this all the time, okay? And every time he does it, I just go, whee! And like it just makes me laugh and it fits so perfectly and I feel like Cat Noir would do that. Just, and like I fade it away as he gets further away, so I go, he just like disappears out of frame. And so Netflix just started showing in the US, sorry to make you guys jealous, started showing the first half of the new season, and when you like hover over something on Netflix, it like plays a little preview. And like I hovered over it on my TV, and I like looked away, and then I heard, they kept it!
That's pretty amazing. Like that probably really like surprised you and like really took you back.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Yeah,
I love
You have to
it.
write that in one of the books, that's pretty funny.
I'm Tom. I'm in film school right now. I was really interested. Have you guys like worked on anything at like the beginning of your career that like you kind of wish you could do again now that you have like kind of more pull and like more traction? Like anything you did kind of like smaller when you were like maybe younger or like just first starting out? You'd like to do like on a bigger scale now?
I'd like to revisit Familiar of Zero. It's an older show now, but it was so much fun. But I was very new. I was in my teens when I recorded that show. And I think to go back now and dub the entire series would be awesome.
When you work on these shows, like you don't get much preparation. Like you don't get the scripts ahead of time. You kind of go in the booth and you live there as that character in that moment, and kind of whatever comes out is what comes out and what is the show. So I don't know if I'd go back and record anything differently. Like it's all part of my sort of growth as an actor. Would I like to go back and live those moments again? Yeah, I've had a lot of fun recording on a bunch of different shows. As they end, it's always like very bittersweet. Because you get to see the whole performance back. Other people get to see your performance, but then you don't get to go in and hang out with the people and be those characters any longer. So there's a lot of moments that I would love to go back and do again. Not to replace it, but just to be in that moment again. Because it's really fun to do what we do.
How much time do we have left?
We still have like 10, 12 more minutes.
Okay, I just want to make sure we figure out a game for these before we go.
We have a bunch of stuff up here. We should figure something out.
We have like 10 more minutes.
9.
10.
9.
9
minutes.
I can't count, Tom. You know this.
All right.
I have another question back here.
Okay, so before I ask my question, I want to say, Bryce, I really like you as Eren in Attack on Titan.
Thank you. I'm not as angry as Eren is in real life.
I know, you're really angry in the anime. And my question for both of you is, if you could describe Miraculous in 5 words, how would you describe it?
We only have 5 words to do it?
5?
Yes.
Challenge.
Oh my god, okay.
With a cat pun.
I think I got one.
You got it? 5 words.
Ladybug and cat fight evil.
That's good.
That's a good one.
Cat makes perfect cat puns. I guess
I have another one.
one part of the show.
Who the heck is she?
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. So, I'm gonna close up with the questions. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
Because I just remembered that we have all those prizes on the table, and we have to figure out how to distribute these prizes.
So, should we ask like random miraculous facts and see who knows the
Yeah.
most
I think
stuff?
we have enough time to do something like that.
I'm just gonna Google miraculous facts. No cheating.
All
Only
right.
I can look on the phone.
Okay, so I have an easy one for this flag. You have to complete the lyrics. Are you ready? I gotta confess, I feel so blank.
You gotta raise your hands.
I saw her hand.
You choose. Yeah.
Yeah, with the cape.
With the cape? Okay.
Strong.
Yeah, you're right.
Yay, you want the thing! Oh, adorable.
You got something, Bryce?
I'm just looking up random facts. Go. Do you have another one? Hold on. Sorry. I'm looking for difficult ones.
Yeah.
I would help, but I don't know.
There's no answers to these questions. This is like an actual quiz.
You should like know these things though.
What song does Ladybug and Bafana hum and sing in the episode Bafana? Oh!
That's a good one. There you go.
No Google it.
You can do it.
No, you Googleizer. That's cheating.
Yeah, but it's different in both languages.
Nobody?
It's
Nobody?
different.
Nobody.
I haven't seen the English
Oh,
dub
there's
with the
back there.
earlier episodes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're a pretty strong voice. You can say it.
It's a happy birthday song.
No.
Aww.
Sorry.
Anybody else?
We have a Cat Noir.
Cat Noir over here.
I can't remember the lyrics
That's fine.
exactly, but I do know the tune. It goes dun 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 dun.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. You won. We have a little corner back there, so I'll bring you your prize. Sure.
Still looking for good quiz questions. I'll ask a random one that has to do with my French counterpart. What other role do I share with the French actor who plays Adrien in Cat Noir?
Ooh.
Does anyone know? I share this role with him.
We're good at this. Look at
See?
that.
That's
That's a good one.
That's a good trivia
Oh, there's
question.
one hand back there.
Total guess. Silver the Hedgehog.
That's a good guess. I don't know if he plays Silver Magic. It wasn't the one I was thinking of. I mean, this is a dangerous question because he could have that role. But there's a different role that I know
think I
he
know.
plays. Do you?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll give you guys a hint. It's a show that she is in as well.
Oh, never mind. I don't know.
I hope I'm right.
Yes, is he marker
Now I
back
can
there?
Google him.
Is it Sailor Moon?
Sailor Moon?
No.
Yes, you.
I heard it. Yeah.
Oh, there you
He
go.
plays Meliodas also.
Oh,
Isn't that crazy?
Get your prize.
What does... Who plays Hawk in French?
You can choose.
Oh, look at that.
Good choice. That's a Comic-Con exclusive. Pin.
Ooh, you got the good stuff.
Come on.
Alright, we have like 3 more minutes left.
Oh, geez, we need questions.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go faster.
Okay. Okay, I have a question. What is the name of the turtle Kwame?
This is all you. You pick one.
Right
Too
there.
many.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking characters and I forget they're the same character.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, Bryce, you got a good one?
You got this.
I believe.
I'm looking. Hold on. Now I'm scrolling through.
Okay, while we're waiting, let's sing the theme song. Ready?
That's your call.
All right, how does it go?
My name is.
In the daytime, I'm Marinette, just a normal girl with a normal life. But I got wait. But there's something no one knows about. Cause I have a secret Okay.
What is the name of Nino's English voice actor?
Oh.
Ooh, you raised it first.
Yeah.
Ben Diskin.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright.
I'm just like, yeah, totally.
Ooh, I have a hard question.
Award-winning Ben Diskin.
Who is the voice, English voice of Lila? I've seen it. I think it's like her only voice acting role. I believe in you guys.
Yeah, one more minute.
Y'all
can do it.
Minute.
Got 2 prizes left.
We got a few prizes left.
Oh, 3?
Yeah. Wait, no. Yeah, 3.
He's choosing. You can't go wrong.
I think you should choose everything. Yes, it
Good
is.
choice. That's a good choice.
All right.
Does anyone know?
Okay, we have a hand in the back. Oh.
I'm gonna throw out a guess and say Faye Mada.
No. Sorry, she plays Johnny.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's.
Nobody knows. All right.
No prize.
That means I get to keep a prize.
You're the winner.
Yay. Okay. What is? I don't know, man.
Well, we are kinda.
No, we gotta keep going.
We are kinda.
Who has the Peacock Miraculous?
All right.
Oh, so many.
Let's get somebody in the back.
Yeah.
I'll let you choose someone in the back.
This girl's really. Yeah, you.
Your dad's assistant, Natalie. Natalie used it to save Pop Pop.
Yeah.
Yep, you got it.
You got it.
You did it! And you're out of time. No?
I'm the guy in charge of the room.
You're right.
I will extend you guys
Okay.
2 more minutes.
Thank you. All right. This is a finish the lyrics.
Really like
All right. If you know what's true, I'll be there for you. I'm the that I secretly love. She had her hand up.
Yeah,
The glasses right here.
Which one?
Right here.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That's
Yay!
it. Yay! Thank you, Tom. Congrats!
Woohoo! Good choice.
All right.
One more left.
We got one more.
One more.
All right.
We have a little tiny plushie.
Okay, should we do another
Do you have more?
lyric?
You've listened to the Christmas album a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do another
Okay.
lyric.
Mom and Dad, I'll help you with that.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Oh. Yeah. I see. Yep.
You get to take Cat Noir home.
Congrats!
Thank you guys.
Thank you.